is going on, TRKA? Long time no chat. Just wanted to jump back in here and touch base with you guys. I mean, I got a little bit of time. I might as well. This is what I like to do more so than, running around. So, as always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's just for your entertainment. But here I am checking in. So, let's check in. Let's look at all of our normal ortex charts, RSI, all of that fun stuff. I didn't see any new news or anything that came out, but I'll show you what I'm looking at, and you guys make your own decisions. So, a 4-hour trek that we've been watching was this green line right here. That was the trend line that I was watching. I wanted to see hold. I told you I had a little tolerance below there, just in case it falls out of trend. Almost flagging. So I figured it would lose trend. It did lose trend. Safety net comes down to our touch points that we have coming off of here. Even lost that just a little bit, but fib line held up. So we're getting a nice bounce back into that safety net area. I really want to see it reclaim, which is going to be taken back over a fib level. That fib level is going to come in. What are we at? We're at 26.03. It looks like in after hours, 26.38. I want to see if it can take that out. From there, 27.80. Get us above that 28-cent dreaded box, right? 25 to 28 cents. We're too familiar with it. I would love to see us actually get out, use it as support, and continue to push from there. So let's see if we can get out of there. It's still okay. It's just not doing anything right now. It's more or less sideways. Don't watch it all day because you'll drive yourself insane. Just set your alerts, but let's see if we can break out of that 28 cents. I'd set an alert somewhere around 30 cents, see what starts happening at 30, and then from 32.5 cents, see if it starts to make its climb, make its push. I'd also have my alerts set, since we're at 26.03 right now, I would have my alerts set around 25, and then I would set in another alert down here at 23 cents, and those are just going to be able to be like chimes for whenever you want to jump in and start maybe watching or making decisions as to what you want to do. I can't tell you, but hey, we've been watching this on the 4-hour. How we looking on the 4-hour? We lost our little grind line on the 4-hour just barely, right? We said we'll have a little tolerance outside of the trend. We got a little tolerance outside of the trend, but it's reclaiming slowly. We got to see if this rejects off the SMA. If it rejects off the SMA, it could get pushed a little bit lower. But if this is the point where it wants to turn things around and make that next leg up, that's okay with me. It's sitting where it could do that. 4 hours bullish territory, 52 on the RSI. On the 1 hour, we bounce perfectly off the grind line, and we are in bullish territory and climbing, so that's another great sign. 30 minutes still, shorter time frames are obviously going to be bullish if we're bullish all the way up to the 4 hour. The daily, we are slowly grinding our way up into bullish territory ever so slowly. 48.05. Nope, just took a nice jump of 50.23. So trying to decide what it wants to do. I mean, that's just kind of a consolidation point right there. A little bullish, I guess, but at the same time, nothing too hot or anything. So holding okay, holding nice. That's what I'm watching, and then see if it can retake what was our original watch point up there on the green trend line. I would like to see it it's going to involve it getting above that 28 cents and holding at this point, because we can see where our trend line coming down and our trend line coming up crosses. It's at 27.5 cents. So what's that tell you? Well, in order to reclaim what we were watching on the 4 hour and hoping holds, it means that 28 cents really needs to stick this time. We said it could take 2-3 times to get in there, out of there, in there, out there. And maybe this will be the time that we can actually stick and hold, or maybe it'll be the time that we get rejected. But just keep a close eye on that. Just know that this, as according to our 4-hour trend, is going to involve us getting that breakout. So that's what we're watching, and that's why we have those other numbers that we're watching as well. If we're looking at it on the 1 hour, it made a very nice sharp recovery, which is okay. Could be almost potentially forming some sort of cup with a handle, and they're just patterns, they're trends. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. We just take it one step at a time, see what it does. The ortex, I've been watching this just to see what actually comes as with the float. Outstanding shares still clocking in here at 344.31 million. I think they would change that if and when. Had a news article yesterday, large decrease in short interest. Now, could that be because the numbers changed? Yeah, absolutely. It could be because the numbers changed. It's all in how we look at it, but I have not looked at this for a while, so let's look at it. 4.36%, saying a little bit of an increase today, 13.37 million. Utilization's 100%, which is interesting as well, with the cost to borrow average at 37.7%. So let's see. I don't like short plays. I don't like short squeezes. I prefer to just be in a nice trade with an undervalued company. And let's see if that is the case, if it wants to go ahead and pull through for us, and if Jefferies wants to go ahead and pull through for us, and take it one step at a time. But as time goes on, it does get a little bit more risky because we do not know what they are going to do. We don't know what trka is going to do. Stay listed. I think with Jefferies involved, I hope there's not a reverse split, but I'm telling you, we are so close to being able to have a simple filing, or potentially two. I don't think it would even take two at this point to be able to do what they want to do. But with Jefferies involved, maybe they won't reverse split if Jefferies sees a hope or a way to be able to save this one. So just be making good decisions, watching it. I guess if you're not using a stop loss, because you're if or when that news breaks, it would get ugly. It would get ugly fast, and hopefully, if it gets good and gets good fast. So just continue to keep an eye on how that continues to move. Our overall markets have kind of settled down quite a bit. I mean, we're seeing a little bit less volatility than what we've been seeing in the past. It's kind of nice to see, I guess. The market's not the economy. The economy's not necessarily the markets. We'll probably see the correction in the markets before we actually feel it in our daily lives. The market might be looking good while we're feeling a little bit like, no, it shouldn't be that way. So don't let your gut instinct tell you what's happening. Just continue to watch the charts, see the charts. Do I think the SPY's high? I still think the SPY's high. I think there's correction that's going to be involved there. But, hey, if it can hold out here and just give us some time to figure out what we want to do, with our plays, then that's fine by me. It can perfectly consolidate here for, hey, what do we got, a month or so? Give us 4 weeks and just, do some nice little consolidation and small bounces in here, or run hot if you want to. I don't care. Do whatever it wants to do. Just don't drop us on our head. So be watching what the overall markets are doing as well. PBTS, this is the one I think I mentioned in the last video. Just kind of watching it. Kind of flagging out as of right now. I don't know. Maybe we'll see a little bit of a spike back to this line. I don't think it's ready to break out yet. One touch. We should see, two touch, lower low, and then possibly our third touch will be the breakout on PBTS. It doesn't have to work that way, but that's kind of what I'm watching. So if you are in it, or if you're curious about it, I know we've made some videos on it. So I'd just be watching it. I've said several times there could be a retest down here around 8 cents. So that's kind of where I'm watching to see really what happens. If it wants to get all the way down to this 8 cent range, then it'll have my attention as to, is it going to make its pop, or are we going to see some more painful lows? But I would keep an eye on that watch in the short term. So I hope you guys had a good day in the markets. I hope you're doing great. I will try to get back here a little bit more regularly. I'm hoping things are slowing or easing just a little in the overall life of my day. So good chat. Hope you guys are doing good. I will catch you in the next one. As always, stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.